I'm going to try not to do a ton of like unnecessary talking like I love to do. But basically this video is going to be all about what's in my makeup kit. So this is not like my makeup collection or like everything that I own. This is just specifically what I take to a wedding or to a job where I'm going to do makeup. I'm going to show you guys like everything that's in this Zuka right here, and then this second bag that I take. And I'm also going to do like some close-up stuff so you guys can see like exactly what's in there, not just from far away like I usually do. So if you are interested in seeing what is in my entire makeup kit and how I roll, literally, keep watching.
Shall we begin?
If I was to be going to work and I was taking all this stuff, this bag goes on top of this one. So I would set it up here. This also doubles as like a seat. This extends up really tall, and I put the bag on top of it, and I would loop the straps around, and then I would just roll down the street. It'd be great. So in this bag, first off, I will show you. So this is just a bag that I got from Target like years and years and years ago. I'm sure that they keep coming out with this bag. You probably have it. But I really like it because it has all these little pockets out here, and it seems to be a pretty sturdy bag. So anyways, so this first one, this is just where I keep beauty blenders and stuff. This is just like using a brush. You need to use a different one for each person. So I always have a bunch in here. All these black ones are the Beauty Blender Pros, and then these are actually just like some generic beauty blenders that they're always like a last resort if I have to use them, but I always reach for these ones first. So there's one missing right now because I'm washing it, and then I have a couple pink ones that I'm washing. But every sponge goes in here as soon as they're clean. If they're dirty, they go into a different bag until they're washed. And then on this side, this one's kind of hard to get out. Why? Why is this so hard? Ow. Oh my, just keep all my primers in there. I have a bunch of different ones because everybody has different skin and you never know what you're gonna need. Could not be any harder to put back in. That is so cute. So on this side, I keep MAC wipes right here that I use to like clean up under the eyes, and then if someone shows up with makeup on, which I just love, but you know, I keep them in there anyways. And then this is some brush cleaner. I showed you guys this in my eye mats video. If you didn't see my eye mats video, I'm gonna be referencing to that a lot. So if you want to watch it, I don't know how to do that thing, but like I'll put it here if I okay. So anyways, so then also in that same pouch with the brush cleaner, I keep this little bag, and this is the cutest thing ever. I got this little bag at Blush Beauty Bar on 23rd, and it's a little like laundry bag, like a little baby one, and it came with these, well, this is what I bought. It came with the bag, I guess, but these are reusable cotton rounds. So if I have to use a cotton round, like to clean a brush, or someone needs to wipe something off or whatever, if I ever need some type of like cotton or wipe or something dry, I just use these because they're reusable. And then once I have them all dirtied up, I literally just throw them in this bag, and then I put this in the washing machine, like with my laundry, and I'm not, killing the earth or whatever. And these are just some, I buy these literally in bulk, but these are just the Eco Tools little powder puffs. These were also in a video I did, a different one. And I keep some little Q-tips. So the Q-tips that I keep in there are these little guys. And then if you're looking down on the bag, this is what it looks like today. Like I said, I change this all the time. This is just what it looks like right now. But, so this big bag right here, this is where I keep all of my lashes. I have a lot of different kinds, and I bring way more than I actually need because there's always like an extra person that sees everyone else's eyelashes and is like, oh my gosh, I want eyelashes, or grandma wants eyelashes or whatever. And so I just bring them just to be safe because everyone loves lashes. And then this bag right here is all of my moisturizers. So moisturizers and like facial sprays and stuff like that. So also makeup setting spray and stuff. But I have like a makeup remover in here and an eye cream, different stuff like that. And then this is just a little random bag. So in the little random bag, I have all sorts of stuff. An inside pocket in here that I keep just a pen, a Sharpie, and some Post-it notes. Sometimes people want to know the names of like the products I used on them, and I never have anything to write on, so I just started keeping Post-it notes in there, and they really came in handy actually. So the last thing that I keep in this bag usually is my brush belt. So I will go into depth on this guy soon, but these are a lot of my brushes. I have quite a few actually that I'm cleaning right now, but this is what I usually take. So sometimes I take 2 brush belts because this gets really, really heavy. And the more brushes I fit in here, like the heavier it is, obviously. And like, it's literally like packed full. Like I cannot fit anything else in there. It's really heavy and it hurts my back if I wear it. So sometimes I just bring two, like I split it up and I just bring two. So I keep all my lip liners and stuff in here too. Okay, so there's that guy. So now this is the Zuka. Okay, so for the Zuka, I showed you how this thing goes up really tall. But the thing that I keep up here is this is the tripod to my Glamcore lights. So the way that I keep this attached so that it doesn't fly off when I'm like rolling down the street is I bought this roll of like 50 Velcro tab things from Home Depot for like $5. And I just literally put these on everything now. And I just like strap them on there. So I keep it on there just like that when I'm setting it up. And this thing comes down, yada, yada, yada. I put my lights on top of it. I set it up. And then when I'm done, I just close everything up. And then I re-Velcro it back on top. And then I don't deal with it anymore. So the top to this, I keep on the other side right here. So it has these two net pockets, one on each side. And this is where I keep the lights. So it has this little cover on it, on each one. And these are LED lights. Obviously, I prefer to use natural daylight if I can. So I only set these up if I literally have no light I can use. And they're also great for taking pictures because they pick up on things like you can't see just normally. And so, yeah, I really love these. These were a really great investment for me, and I love how small they fold down. So on the side of it, it has this little touch button right here, and that's how you adjust it. So it has like 5 different settings, and I use this sometimes when I'm making a video too, but not today, obviously. Okay, so in this one, I just keep a black cape. This is just like a hairstyling cape, and I just put that on people if I'm doing their hair or their makeup so I don't get stuff on their clothes. Back looks like, so it has like these wheels, and these are perfect for going up and down stairs. So I really love it. And then it has like a case that goes, like a cover that goes over the entire thing, and it just keeps it all protected and everything, and it hooks underneath the wheels and up in the front. But I'm always getting in and out of this thing, so I never really use it. And then on the top, it has like a handle, and then this also serves as a seat, which I think holds like 300 pounds. Does it say? 300 pounds. It holds 300 pounds right here. So you can literally sit on this. You can have your client sit on this. It's kind of low, so I don't really have my client sit on it, but this has saved me quite a few times when I'm waiting for my car or something as I'm leaving like a hotel or whatever, or I just need to sit down. I like literally will sit on this, and it's amazing. On this side, this is where I keep all like my business stuff. So in this little pocket, I just keep a bunch of business cards in there. And then in this zipper pocket, this is where I keep all of my contracts. So the reason why I take my contracts with me to each wedding is so that I can make sure I have everything that I need, obviously. But I just kind of keep like my current ones, or like the ones for the next like 2 or 3 months in here. So these are just ones that I have coming up soon or whatever. But I'll show you kind of, I'm going to do a whole other video probably on how I do this whole thing. But the reason why I bring these so much is because I show up and I bring, you know, I show them this, and then we go over like all the services that they agreed on. But at their trial run, I write down everything I did. So for this bride, I'm only doing her hair, so I only wrote down like her hair instructions. But I take really like detailed notes so I can remember exactly what I did. And if someone has like something weird with their hair, that like certain thing didn't work well with their hair or whatever, or like a little trick that I did, I just write everything down on here so that I can remember exactly what I do, because some people book like a year and a half advance sometimes, and I just can't remember sometimes, so I literally have to write it down, and that really comes in handy too. So then I can just show up and be like, hey, are we still doing the same thing? Yes, no, what do you want to change? And then I literally just do it, and we don't even have to talk, and it just makes the whole like day go really smooth. So this is just my little folder. Between this and my planner, these are like basically my life. So I can't really fit the whole thing in the frame, but this is what it looks like. And it has this little clasp right here that opens, and then you unzip this guy, and it opens just like that. Once you open this up, this is what the bottom looks like, you guys. Sorry, I can't really fit it all in the frame, but it has this little door right here, and then it has some spots for some clips over here, and then I keep a Sharpie. So the reason why I keep a Sharpie is because each person's makeup that I do gets a little sample of whatever lip color I used on them so they can touch up later. So I literally have like thousands of these little jars right here, and I just scoop whatever lipstick or lip gloss or both into one of those jars, and then I grab one of these bags, and I pre-make these beforehand. So I keep a little napkin in there with 2 little disposable lip gloss wands like this, and so that way they can touch up their lipstick, and then I throw the little jar in there. and I hand it to them, and I'm like, here you go. And they're like, oh my gosh, that is so cute. So they literally do say that, like exactly like that. So the Sharpie is to write their name on the little jar thing, so everyone doesn't get theirs mixed up, because obviously that happens every single time. So in this little side pocket right here, I just keep plastic bags and some napkins. Then you have these little drawers. There's one down here that's kind of hidden, so I will show you guys those in a second. But up here, there's this little like elastic guy, and that's where I keep all of my lip glosses and like lip tars, liquid lipsticks, which I don't have too many of, but I keep all like my liquidy lip stuff up here. In the very back of this compartment, I keep in a little plastic bag, this is like the power cord to my lights. So one time I showed up to a wedding and I didn't even have the cord, so I was just like, actually I have enough light, it's fine. And they're like, are you sure? It's really dark in here. I'm like, nah, we cool. So then it has these little drawers that pull out. So I don't label these because I always mix it up. So this is like my liquid face bag. This is all of my like eye primers, paint pots, eyebrow stuff. This is where I keep my powder, like setting powders, powder blushes that aren't in compacts, anything that's not in a compact, obviously, loose powders, highlight stuff, all that. And then this last one, I keep all of my palettes in here. So I'm going to go through each one of these individually so you guys can see, but that is how I pack everything. So when I'm done with the wedding, I literally just zip the top on everything, and then I slide the little drawers back in here. I make sure I get paid because sometimes I forget to do that, and then I like get the heck out of there. So in this first bag, I keep all of my liquid face products. So I keep obviously my concealers, my foundations, any correcting products I need, or like liquid highlighters, anything like that. So I will show you what goes in here. So what I do for my foundations is, as opposed to carrying around all of the big heavy glass bottles, what I did was I took all of my foundations out and put them into these little bottles. So these all hold 1 ounce of product, and most containers are about an ounce or an ounce and a half of product. So this surprisingly holds a lot more than you would think. So I really don't go through these that fast, but I ordered these online. I'll try to figure out where I got these from. It's been a little bit, and I just refill them as I go. So these are really small and way more compact than carrying around the giant heavy glass bottles, obviously, and I don't ever have to worry about dropping and breaking them or anything like that. This guy is the Makeup Forever Flash Palette. As you can see, this has gotten like limited use, not too much, but it's a good thing to have. Just, you literally never know if you're ever going to need anything like this, so I just decided to get it. And then right now I just have one face and body foundation, and I just love this color. This is N1, and I just keep the big bottle of this because I actually found that I can use this on a really wide range of people, and I can use this to kind of dilute any other color, and it seems to work out pretty well for me each time. So I keep that one in there just in case. And then these are a couple color correcting sticks from MAC. Just 2 of the darker ones there. These, haven't even got to use them yet. Got them because everyone had them, but these are like the LA Girl concealers, and I've heard really good things about them, but I just keep them in there just so I have like a backup option. But these are not usually like my go-to. I like to use something a little higher quality personally, but these really aren't too bad from what I hear. So I got them, I threw them in there, and that's where they go. So here's 2 more concealer palettes. These don't get a ton of use. I have used them a little bit. It's just really hard to tell. And then this is the Chanel Bronzing Gel. NYX concealers, kind of same thing goes for these. These are all HD, just like the LA Girl ones. So I keep them in here just for fun. Some of the colors aren't bad, but they're not what I grabbed first. But they've came in handy a few times. So I have just like some of the color correcting shades if I need them, and then just a few of the basic colors as well. And then this is the RCMA foundation thinner that I use for the RCMA foundation palette, which I'll show you in a minute. This middle part, obviously this is the foundations, but I also have some beauty oil from MAC, and I like to mix this with foundations to make them a little bit dewier or a little more sheer. And then these are luster drops from MAC, and these are in Sun Rush, and this just kind of gives like a bronzy glow to your foundation, or you can just use it as a highlighter. And then this is the Benefit High Beam, and I use that as a liquid highlighter sometimes as well, but it's a good product to have. And then over here, these are my favorite concealers. These are all MAC Pro Longwear concealers, and I keep like a wide range of like NC colors and then NW colors, and I mix and match as I go. And yeah, those are my go-tos. I think they look really good in pictures. They stay really well, and they're definitely my favorite. Okay, so in the second bag, this is the this is all of the pigments and glitters that I keep in my kit, and then also any brow products that I have. This is the Anastasia brow palette. I absolutely love this. It has every one of the brow powders in there that she makes. So you literally have every single color that you need for your clients. And what's goodbye. More brow products that I have are over here. And then these are just some of the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and then this is the new brow definer, and I just got this to try it out, and I got it actually in my color in case I didn't really care for it, and so I got this one in soft brown, and then I just have 3 different colors in the Brow Wiz. I keep dark brown, taupe, and medium brown in those. So that kind of covers most people's eyebrows. And then this is the just Anastasia clear brow gel. And then I keep some Too Faced primers in here. I actually really love this one, this Shadow Insurance. This is really great for mature skin. And then this is another Too Faced one, but this is a glitter glue. Not bad, but I prefer this other product that I got at IMATS. So that's this one. This is the Violet Voss glitter adhesive. I think this is the Tarte Clay Paint eyeliner. And I really like this as well. This works really well. This is waterproof, so if I have someone that's like really cruelty-free, Tarte is a cruelty-free brand, and I can use this as opposed to my Smashbox one. Okay, and then I keep 2 lash curlers in here. This little guy, I lost the little pad to it, so I haven't been able to use this for a little bit. But this is just a little individual lash curler. It can just kind of curl like the outer corners or whatever. And then this is the like full-size MAC lash curler. Right? So got this from the Container Store. So this is where I keep my paint pots right here. Paint pots, these I use as like eyeshadow bases and primers. So I keep Painterly, Black Ground, Vintage Selection, Soft Ochre, Bear Study, Indian Wood, and Let's Skate. I have a couple other ones that I really like, but the ones I use the most are Soft Ochre, which is just this like skin colored one, and then also Painterly, which is like a little more of a pink base. So I use those as my eyeshadow bases. And then over here I just have some full-size pigments. So I have Vanilla, Melon, Naked, and Grape. I use Vanilla the most, and then my second, I love Naked as well. And then these are just some individual glitters. Some of these are from holiday sets, and then some of them I've purchased individually. These are some glitters right here. So I showed you guys the ones I got at IMATS. So this one is Violet Voss Champagne Kisses. This is Sandy Violet Voss. This is Grabtobian Purple. And then this is that Kryolan Noble like sparkle glamour dust I talked about. This is my go-to gel liner. This is the Smashbox Jet Set in deep black, I think. Yep, deep black. That's what I use on everybody. It is like the most waterproof eyeliner in the world. And then I also have a navy and a purple gel eyeliner from MAC. And then these are just some color pop shadows over here that I really like. And then this is a Stila smudge pot in Kitten. This face powders, blushes, highlights, all that jazz. So this is what I keep in this guy. This is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This is the Laura Mercier secret brightening powder for under eyes. And then this is one of the MAC like highlight powders. It's kind of like a liquid to dry formula. And this one's in Honey Rose, which I rarely use. I've had that for quite a while, but I just keep it in there. And then this is a MAC container, but this is actually the Ben Nye banana powder. So I just keep that in there, which also I very rarely use, but I got it because you just never know. Then this is the Cinema Secrets. This is like very, very fine mineral powder. It's completely translucent, colorless, whatever. But I always reach for the Laura Mercier first. But this one is just really good if you need some extra brightening or whatever. So to set the face, I like to use MAC blot powders, a dark blot powder, and then I keep a medium dark. And then this is a medium. I set with this Prep and Prime translucent finishing powder underneath the eyes, and it just makes them really bright and sets the concealer under them really nice. So I just keep these all in the same thing, translucent and face setting powders and yada yada. And then on this side, I just have some powder blushes. Some of them are limited edition, some aren't. I have a couple mineralized ones in here, and then like a Kat Von D bronzer. This is the Becca Champagne Pop. And then I keep all my mineralized skin finishes in here that I use to highlight. So this one is Gold Deposit right here. This one is like a super bronzy shade. This one is my favorite. This one is Soft and Gentle. This one I love to highlight with. This one's Lightscapade, and that's just a really light highlight color as well. And then this one is Global Glow. So it's kind of in between these two right here. And then this is just a bronzing powder in matte bronze, and I just use that if I decide not to use a contour kit or if someone needs a little extra bronziness. I've used this in my videos in the past. This is the Laura Mercier highlight powder in Highlight 01. The ambient lighting palette from Hourglass, and I absolutely love it. I could go on for days. I use this every day. The one for myself, I seriously love this so much. I gotta do a video on it. It's amazing. So my last zipper pouch right here, it's gonna be kind of messy. This is the last one. This is the powders, the palettes, all that fun stuff. So right on top, I have the Tarte blush palette from the holiday collection. I also showed that in one of my previous videos. This is my lip palette right here. So this is where I keep all of my lipsticks. I buy a lipstick and then I depot them in here, and then I use a spatula and I scoop a little bit out, put it on my hand or on a palette, and then that's what I use to mix my clients' lip colors up. And then I also use this palette to scoop from when I make their little sample. So I just keep them all in there, and I'll show you guys how I kind of depot those or something maybe in another video. And this is the RCMA palette that I was talking about. So this is just a foundation palette right here. You can hardly even see where I've used it, but I have used it quite a bit. And this just has a bunch of different foundations in it. This is like completely vegan, cruelty-free. So it's a nice option to have for clients if that's what they're interested in. And then these are some highlighting and contouring powders from MAC, and then a couple Anastasia ones right here, which obviously are not staying where they go. And then these are all MAC highlighting and contouring powders. These are just a bunch of blushes that I keep in here. This is a very random palette that I obviously very rarely reach for, but I actually had this wedding where someone requested blue eyeshadow, and I did not have blue eyeshadow because I don't usually keep that in my kit. So after that, I just put together one palette of random colors I don't use much, and I think I'll probably be surprised how much I asked for them. So these are just a mix of shadows. These are all MAC. I do use these ones right here quite a bit. But all the bright colored ones I don't really. So I have some Sephora, some Bare Minerals, and then the rest are MAC, just random. So these are all of my just light and neutral. I actually have a couple that I just ran out of. And so I keep this pretty full, and this is just what I keep my like light colored shadows. Sorry, it's a little bit messy. And then these are all of my browns and neutral shades in here, my most commonly used. I can basically make any combination look or whatever out of all these shadows. I have tons of palettes and stuff that sometimes I bring, but these are usually my go-to. So maybe one day I can do like an entire list of these, but those are all MAC in there. And then in this palette, these are all of my purplies and cool tones and like peaches and stuff like that. So this is the lashes bag I was talking about. I just keep a ton of different brands in here. In this little bag, this is the one I was talking about that has just random stuff in it. So here's some pencil sharpeners right here. These are my little baby Altoids. This is my little tiny speaker. And then I keep some eye drops in here in case someone needs them. And then obviously some hand sanitizer. Extra lash glue. Of course. In this bag, I'll show you everything that I have in here. So here's some rose water spray. This is a little MAC Fix Plus. This is just a little moisturizer for hands and different things. This is the MAC lip conditioner. This is the mineralized charged water eye cream. So I like to put this underneath people's eyes before I do their concealer if they're like especially dry or something. And then this is the Studio Moisture Cream from MAC. This is just a really good moisturizer. Here's some just eye makeup remover that works really well. This is a little strobe cream. So you can use this for like illuminating like the skin beforehand and making it a little more glowy, or you can mix this in with your foundation. So I use it for both, but I really love that product. And then we have the Embryolisse moisturizer. And then my favorite makeup setting spray, this is Model in a Bottle. You can purchase this online, or you can get this downtown if you live in Portland. You can buy this at Blush Beauty Bar, or I sell this at my hair and makeup studio. You literally never know what you're going to be working with, so I like to just have a lot of different moisturizers. Most of the time people come with their face moisturized, but if they don't, it's just really good to have some options for them. Okay, so this is my little face primer bag. Keep all sorts of ones in here, and I'll show you. So this is the Becca Mattifying Poreless Perfecting Primer, yada yada. That one's really good. This I actually love. This is the Murad Perfecting Serum. And this is just like a really hydrating serum that you can put on before someone's foundation. And it's just really moisturizing. It's really good for like mature skin and just making sure the skin feels like really hydrated and healthy before you put foundation on, so it's not too dried out. This one is another one of my favorites. This is the Stila One Step Correct, and I have probably purchased this like 15 times. I'm not kidding. I love this. It's super lightweight. You can mix this with foundation, but I love that it's kind of color correcting, so it has all the different colors in it, so it's literally just evening everything out as you're prepping, and it's just a good product. I literally feel like this works for everybody, which I really like. This, not one of my favorite products, but again, never know when you're going to need it. So this is the MAC Prep and Prime. This is just a, like a smoothing base, I guess is what it would be. Yeah, skin smoother base. This is the MAC Mattifying Gel Benefit Professional Primer. This is really good for filling in like enlarged pores and also kind of mattifying the skin. NARS Radiance Enhancing Primer. So I really love this. This is kind of like strobe cream, I guess, is how I would describe it. So it's a really good primer. You can add this into your foundation too, and it just like shears it out a little bit and makes it a little more illuminating. This is the Algenist Pore Correcting Anti-Aging Primer. This is the Too Faced Hangover like coconut water face primer type thing. It's just really like refreshing and decently hydrating. So it's a good one to just keep in there just in case. I got this a few months ago and I've actually really been liking it. Just a little tiny Hourglass Veil Primer that I got. And oh my gosh, this is probably my favorite primer on earth. And so I just have a big bottle and I just refill this tiny one all the time. And this is seriously amazing. It feels like so silky and smooth on your face, and I just love it. Here's the brush belt. Oh my goodness, this is pretty dang exciting right here. Obviously there's a lot in here, so I can't really name every single brush, but this is just a mixing palette that I keep in here. This is always my go-to waterproof mascara, just great lash. I use these little mascara wands. I dip them in there. And then this is just another clear mascara if I need it for like a brow gel or like a little flower girl with like some crazy eyelashes or eyebrows or something. Keep some tweezers over here. These are some little eyebrow scissors. Another little hair clip over here. Lash glue for like sensitive eyes. And then I keep a black one. Up here's a giant size clear one because that's what I usually use. And then these are just some little like spoolies to brush people's eyebrows and eyelashes into place. And then behind there, I keep a couple different spatulas that I like to use. This is a little tiny pair of scissors to cut eyelashes, or if someone has a little thread they need cut, I will lend them to them, except last time they got stolen, so I don't really do that much anymore. But anyways, so down here are just some of my lip liners. They're mostly MAC. I have a couple NYX down there, as you can see, but I keep them all in this little front pouch. And then literally I just have all of my brushes going on back there. So this is basically what we look like here. And so I keep all of my like face brushes back here, stippling brushes, a bunch of foundation brushes back there, some smooth ones. I mean, these are probably 90% of these brushes are from MAC, but there's a good majority that are now from Morphe that I got that I've just combined into this group of them. But I literally will have to do a whole separate video on my brush belt sometimes, but this is just what I mainly take. I just strap this around my waist, or I set this on the table in front of me, and this is what I work out of the entire time. So these are my tools. This baby is my life, and I love it. That's that. Guys, so now I'm on the floor because you just have to do what you have to do in order to film a video. So here I am. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing like what's in my kit now that I have all this craziness everywhere. It was really fun making this video, and as I said earlier, this basically changes all the time. So this is just what I have going on this week or today, but tomorrow it's probably going to change. And obviously you can see that every single thing has a spot, and so the second I add a new product to my kit, everything has to be rearranged. So I'm constantly changing things, but most of the organization stuff I got at the Container Store, but everything else I will try to like link for you guys or paste or something so you can see where I got everything. And if you guys are interested in seeing what I keep in my hair kit and how like I travel to a wedding and how I deal with like my clients and how I write up my contracts and all that stuff, like let me know, because I would love to share that with you guys too, because that's like my favorite part. And if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you guys can see like my daily work on there. I'm pretty active on my business account now, so if you want to follow me, it's just at Merkley Artistry, and you can see all of my like hair and makeup stuff that I do there. Thank you guys so much. Let me know what you want to see next, and I will probably do it in like 6 months. Okay, love you, bye. McCoy. Okay, did you?
And we're live.
Oh, we are?
We
live.
3,
2, 1.
2.
Too much
1.
work going into this
Go.
action. Love you. Thank you. Goodbye, sir. It's not working out so good for me. Not working out so